Richard Vansiclen versus Juan Carrillo, 10 rounds. This is the co-main event of Ismailov and Foster. Let's get into it. Let's start with Vansiclen. 13 wins, no losses, 1 draw, 6 wins by way of knockout. This is his second fight this year. I think Vansiclen has a lot of skill, man. He's a very good talent. He's confident, he's crafty, he's explosive. Even though he only has 6 knockouts, he's got good pop in his shots, always comes into the fight in great shape and great spirits, disguises his attacks very well, doesn't neglect any part of the body, goes to the head, goes to the body, doesn't mind that inside fight if that's where the fight is going to be, or he can box with the best of them on the outside as well. I was very impressed with what I saw of him in his last fight against Manuel Galago, a guy who has a granite chin. I mean, the man took some big shots in that fight and still kept coming forward. And a guy who was just durable and just tough and relentless with his pursuit and his pressure. And Galago also had a record of 19-1. Vansiclen, as I said, fought a very good fight, and I thought he won that fight. That fight ended out to be a draw, but I thought he landed the bigger shots. I thought he landed the cleaner shots, and I felt more consistent throughout the fight. There were a few rounds where it looked like he did take a few rounds off, maybe to catch his breath, or maybe the amount of volume that he was putting forth was kind of tiring him out. But for the most part, I mean, I thought he boxed beautifully. I thought he mixed up his attacks from different angles and different variety of shots, whether it was a straight hand, whether it was a counter hook, whether he slipped in some subtle uppercuts, used the jab. Like, he didn't stay in one spot, and he found different ways how to create his own openings and to create offense. I thought he found a nice, consistent rhythm and a consistent pocket to do what he needed to do throughout that fight, right? He countered as well, very well in that fight. Galagos, man, he tried to wear him down in close using his physicality. But again, that dude's got a great chin, man, because he took some big shots that, you know, if it was anybody else, maybe it would have dropped them. Right? Because Vansiclen really sat down on some of these punches and countered extremely well and just did a great job of putting forth a great display of offensive weaponry. And, you know, he's confident in the fight and he's having fun in the fight. And you can tell he's very athletic. He's got natural athleticism. And personally, I think if he comes into this one and looks very similar, if not the same as he did in his last fight, man, I think he is going to get Carillo frustrated, and he's going to be in trouble because, man, you know, watching Vansiclen fight, man, he's an exciting fighter to watch because he can beat you in different forms, and you're not sure how he is going to slip in those attacks. But let's talk about his opponent. Juan Carrillo, 10 wins, no losses, 8 wins by way of knockout. The 2016 Olympian from Colombia is no slouch. This is a guy who has power. He's got good size, right? And he can be an imposing and intimidating figure. He's got good foundation, good solid skill and technique. When he punches you, you hear it. When he punches you, you feel it. And if we can hear it, you best believe his opponents, they feel it. I remember a couple fights ago when he fought Reynaldo Gonzalez, man, a few years back, in the second round of that fight, right? And I'm just going off memory. In the second round of that fight, it was a sequence where Gonzalez was on the ropes, right? And he was slipping and he was moving, and it seemed like he was having the momentum. Then all of a sudden, Carillo came forward, let off 3 shots, a left hand to the head, a right hand to the body, followed by another right hand to the body. And Gonzalez took a step back and just bent over. And the ref scored that as a knockdown. Yo, I had never seen anything like that before. I had never seen anything like that before. He bent over, he couldn't move, and it was considered a knockdown. Like, that's the type of power that this guy possesses, especially if he is hitting the target, especially if he's hitting the body, man. So whether it's a body or a head or any type of shot, if it connects the right way, it could have Vansiclen bent over as well. The power is real, right? He does have that one-shot knockout type of power. Now, he doesn't throw a whole lot of punches until he is in close. He doesn't waste punches. When he is going to throw, he wants to make sure that it is going to count. Carillo isn't a guy that you want to be stagnant against. If you aren't moving, right? He's going to make you pay. If your hands are down for too long, he is going to make you pay. If you are going into this fight overly confident and cocky and taunting a little bit, and if you get caught slipping one time, he is going to make you pay. That's the type of power and cautiousness that you have to bring into the ring when you are fighting a power puncher like Carillo. However, while he has the power, he doesn't have the quickest feet or the quickest movement. He's not the most fluid fighter. And you can tell he just lacks a little bit of natural athleticism, right? Vansiclen does have great athleticism, and he's fluid and he's consistent and he's always moving, right? And I think that is going to be some problems for Carillo. However, Carillo is on an 8-fight knockout streak, man. He's going to be looking to do the same, and he has all potential to do the same, right? If he connects with a few shots, that's going to be enough to slow Vansiclen down. If he connects with the right shot, I think Vansiclen will be on the canvas. I don't think Vansiclen should try and brawl with this guy, right? I think there's going to be times where he's going to have to stand his toes, yes, but it's not a brawling fight and a grueling fight that he wants to get into with the type of puncher like Carillo is. That's not his fight. So who wins? Man, I'm taking Richard Vansiclen to win this fight by decision. If Carillo had better footwork, right, and a little more athleticism, I would have picked him to win this fight by possible way of stoppage. But the way how Vansiclen moves and punches and combinations, and he's slick with his approach, and he throws punches from different angles with movement behind it. And I just think the speed will give Carillo some problems, especially with Vansiclen being the younger fighter. And I think Vansiclen will be more consistent throughout the fight and won't be afraid to let his hands go and take that risk and make sure that he doesn't get popped in the mix as well. But again, if Carillo can slow down Vansiclen, he might be able to stop Vansiclen. But again, I like Vansiclen in this fight, and I think Vansiclen gets it done. I think he's going to come in and box a technical fight in this one and get the decision win. What are your thoughts on this fight? Who do you have winning this one? Let me know in the comment section below. If you would like to support the channel, there's a couple ways you can do so. You can like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you would like to support by way of donation, you can find options in the description below. Also, my Cash App handle will be on screen as well. Any amount goes towards the growth of this channel and will be greatly, greatly appreciated. Recently just started a membership on the channel. I don't always get to do all of the suggested videos you guys suggest in the comment section for the week, but if you become a member, those suggested videos rise to the top, and I will do my best to get those done for you that week. Or if you would like to become a member just to support the channel, that would be greatly, greatly appreciated as well. Shout out to all of the members. Shout out to everybody that continues to like, comment, share, subscribe. Shout out to everybody that takes the time to watch the videos, whether you agree or not. I appreciate each of you. So with all that being said, if you've been watching the video this long, do me a favor and subscribe to the channel, and we'll definitely see you next time.